The only way to describe the most recent episode of Jujutsu Kaisen, honestly, was unsettling or disgusting, but in the best way possible. I think beyond the fantastic animation that was honestly a step above what we got last week, because my goodness, that was rough, the staff behind it is capable of showcasing once again the horrors of the series. Because beyond just a simple shonen, Jujutsu Kaisen is a horror manga as well. I think this is one of the best episodes that display this thing for both the humans and curses alike. Because if I was on the curses side, seeing something like this would absolutely terrify me if we're being honest. But on the human side, being absolutely brutalized by things you can't even see like this is also just as horrifying. So let's actually get into the episode breakdown. We'll talk about some of the events that went down and some of the animators and animation that was displayed in this episode. I will say, manga readers, please avoid spoiling the most recent manga events in the comments. We'll do my best to remove them. In anime onlys, I'm sorry, but please stay away from the comments as well. That being said, make sure to like and subscribe, and let's actually get into the video. For episode director, we have Teppei Okuda, and for the storyboard artist, we have Shotoko Shizono yet again. It would appear this is Okuda's first time doing episode direction, so he did a fantastic job. Because the amazing direction and just how brilliant Gosu's storyboards are all the time, create an episode that's pretty much always interesting to look at. Starting off, we get a scene with all the other characters being asked what they think about Gojo. They all give their varying answers, and I also like how Nanami is actually in the same place he was in the first opening. But after all their answers, they do conclude with the strongest before it cuts away to Gojo when he's hard breathing. This, coupled with the kinda horror-esque lighting and the blood on this man's face, kinda grants an unsettling feeling on what's about to happen in this episode. But before that, we are back to where we concluded with the last episode. The fight between Gojo and the disaster curses are off, and one of the things I love to make note of is the corrections. Characters are drawn in some pretty interesting way here. I love Shota Yamazaki's corrections especially, giving a lot of extra shading and line work to the clothing that Gojo is wearing, also things like the hands on Jogo. And speaking of interesting, we have Daniel Kim's animation as well. Honestly, just like Vincent Chancellor on One Piece, at this point, Daniel Kim is gonna get the CGI allegations as well. He fooled a lot of people to thinking that his cut in episode 5 with CGI and rotoscoping, takes it to another level with just more extremely lifelike character acting and just fluid motions. Gojo drawing is horrifying, but I just love the lifelike character acting on Jogo as well. The combatants played their cards wrong when it comes to the domain amplification, and they're paying severely for it. This obviously cost Hanami her life, and it was a really nice touch to show the lights flicker and turn off as Gojo takes Hanami's life. I said this episode really does bring out the horror aesthetic of Jujutsu Kaisen, and this is a great example of it. It's played with incredible character acting as Jogo tries to run away from his opponent. Gosu also makes things incredibly interesting to look at with this incredible rotation shot. Also, anybody peep the guy with the Naruto hoodie? And I love the incredible drawings on Pseudo Ghetto here. I will say when the transfigured humans appear, some of the crowd shots are limited. They're more still framed, and I know maybe somebody's gonna complain about it because they're probably used to the ridiculous crowd animations we've been getting in the last couple episodes. And all the way back in Chainsaw Man, they've been doing 2D crowds for a while, but this is fine. But I love the complete disregard for censorship when Mahito and Choso just completely ripped through the crowd. We are coming up on my favorite part of the entire episode though, which is Gojo's 0.2 second domain expansion, with the animation itself being done by main animator Kaito Tomioka. It is incredibly dimmed with some pretty minor ghosting, obviously not as distracting as it was in episode 7 especially. Gojo goes Devilman Crybaby mode with Kaito Tomioka animating some incredible smears for the character, and his signature effects animation is just all over the place, along with the incredible background animation we get as well. I specifically love this scene as Gojo does a little flip as he spins and kills some transfigured humans. It's awesome. In terms of just sheer output, out of all the main animators, Kaito Tomioka has really gone crazy this season so far. This was over a 1 minute and 40-second sequence. He did incredible animation, some of which was inspired by Yo Yoshinari in episode 7, obviously, during Yuto's episode. And he animated some incredible animation on episode 2. And that's not even talking about the work he did on Chainsaw Man as well, the output he had even when the production started failing. So yeah, definitely praise Kaito Tomioka for just the sheer amount of work he's done at this level of quality, and doing a fantastic job at animating one of my favorite moments from Jujutsu Kaisen's manga. But we're not done, we still have the ultimate reveal. The prison realm comes into play, and my goodness, does it look creepy enough? So creepy in fact that even Gojo was just gonna hightail it out of there before the man himself appears. And honestly, I love the OST choice here. It kind of was hopeful. It really did make it seem like Gojo was reuniting with a very long lost friend, and you can tell from the very faint smile he was about to give. But we know it's not him. We know he died at the Jujutsu Kaisen 0 movie, but that didn't matter because all we needed was the mistake that Gojo made, which allowed him to get caught. Brain reveal was awesome, honestly. And while there's mostly still shots from here on out, the drawings are still pretty nice. And honestly, Yuta really does fit in the new art style. I honestly like it more than the Jujutsu Kaisen 0 style. But with that, the episode is over as Gojo is sealed. And in my opinion, it was definitely one of the best episodes of Jujutsu Kaisen, period. Definitely one of the best displays of action this season has had so far as well, especially Daniel Kim. I wouldn't say it's as impressive as episode 7 or episode 5 of this season, but still I definitely loved it. With that being said, I'm very curious on what you guys thought of the latest episode of Jujutsu Kaisen. Make sure to comment down below. Again, no spoilers, but that's all from me today. I'm Debunked by Aaron, and I'm signing out.